What's up, y'all? It's your boy D-Style with another D-Styles Extrapoint. This is vlog 25. 25th vlog. Wow. Ooh. 25 vlogs dealing with this team. And now, first I want to say this. I've been meant to make a video on the Harbaugh firing earlier this week, but the same day they fired Harbaugh, I got sick. I end up not feeling good. I've been out of commission a little bit, but I started to feel better towards the end of the week. Feeling good, feeling way better, thank God. But yeah, after it happened, I wanted to make a video, but I just didn't feel good. I was under the weather, but I'm back. But I'm here to talk about it now. Now, when this happened, like I said, that's when I first started feeling sick because this weather and flu season and all that. But man, happened out of nowhere. Like I said, a lot of people thought Harbaugh would stay, but I knew something had to change. Like I said in my last vlog, something had to change. So Harbaugh got the boot. And the way he got the boot is another thing, just the way he got it. But before that, after he got fired, I seen his statement and I see Bisciotti's statement. Bisciotti, the Ravens owner, Steve Bisciotti, or as some Ravens fans call him in Baltimore, Steve Biscotti. He said that basically in the statement, like he had to do what he had to do for the better of the organization and especially for his business. Because, especially with Harbaugh, he was just too set in his ways. Now, it was rumors about why he got fired. It was about the players. Some of them didn't agree with certain things Harbaugh did. They didn't believe in him, basically, and some of them supposedly said that they wouldn't come back if he stayed. Some people said he didn't connect with all the players, but it wasn't that bad. Then the whole rumor thing about Lamar and Tom Munkin had friction between each other, and Harbaugh had to smooth it out between them two. It was a lot of hoopla from reporters and national media, like Adam Schefter and Rappaport, Michael Rappaport, I forgot his name. Rappaport off of, I think, NFL Network. It was just so many reports. You didn't know what to believe. And then, of course, they try to always blame Lamar. But it was more than just Lamar. It's players and everything that wasn't feeling Harbaugh, but it wasn't that bad. But I think everybody felt it was just time for a change. Now, how Harbaugh got fired is crazy. They said Harbaugh, because first they was trying to lie and say it was a mutual pardon, which it didn't sound like it was from the beginning. Now, they were saying basically he was driving home from the Ravens facility, heading home, and then Steve Biscotti called him and said, that he's relieved of his duties. And they said Harbaugh was surprised. He was shocked. I think he was shocked, but he was surprised because I think the rest of the Ravens, I think, staff talked to him, like EDC, Eric DeCosta, the general manager, and like Ozzie Newsome, vice president, Sashi Brown, the president of operations, and all the other staff and stuff. They were saying, they talked to Harbaugh about the season, and he said that he wants to make a few changes. I don't know if he changes, but actually they say I guess he wants to run it back with the same coaches, which was a red flag. But yeah, he was. But I think he told some of his own coaching staff that he wasn't sure if he was going to stay or not. His coaching job was still up in the air. So then Bisciotti called him, told him he relieved of his duties. It was shocked. It was shocked the whole world. I think he said he wasn't shocked, but he was surprised. But then I think Steve Bisciotti ended up calling him, I think Thursday, because he fired him on a Tuesday, and then he called him Thursday to go in depth of why he fired him and wanted to move on from him as a head coach for the Ravens. So that's what happened, and now we get more details from the local reporters like Jeff Zebrick and I forgot who else of what really happened, and then anonymous Ravens players saying like basically like that they was describing the energy between Harbaugh and some of the players, and basically his message was getting stale. Like I said, it wasn't resonating with some of the younger players. And it's kind of like he was stuck in this old, same old ways. He's not a bad coach. He's not a bad person. It's just it was time for him to move on. Things changes. I know people said it shouldn't have happened, but because it's 18 years, I understand 18 years is a long time to be coaching. Trust me, I remember when he first got hired in 2008. Very long time. I was still in high school. I was like in 10th grade. So hey, it happens, So things happen. Things change, man. It's part of life. And Steve Bisciotti made the right call. Even though they said some of the staff members was trying to convince Bisciotti to to keep John Harbaugh, but he's like, nah. It's kind of full circle of where Ravens fans have been fans for a very long time. I don't know about the younger Ravens fans, but the Ravens fans have been fans for a very long time know how Brian Billick got fired. The same way. Had an extension the year before, had a bad season. Really, his season was worse than Harbaugh's season, and got fired anyway. And they were saying Bisciotti took a lot of note from what the players were saying, and it changed his mind. Because they said it seemed like he was going to stay up until that Tuesday morning, and they announced he got fired. And they said somebody, an anonymous player, came to Bisciotti's house to talk to him. I wonder who's that. It's interesting. I'm not saying that is Lamar, but I wonder who was that. It had to be a veteran, somebody. But he took word from the players and was like, you know what? I'm going to have to do what I got to do. I got to let him go. And guess what? Harbaugh's gone. Harbaugh's gone. So, I know you got certain Ravens fans that were shocked that, they really did it. So it was a lot of celebration, I'll tell you that. But then you got people that felt bad for him. Especially you look at that reminiscent video of when he first started with the Ravens in 2008, when he first got hired. I seen the videos. It touches you because when he first started, it's a heartwarming type of video. But you know what, man, I do appreciate the good years Harbaugh gave us, especially the Super Bowl year. But too much of the same thing as of lately, because we live in a what have you done for me lately type of league, type of game, type of age we live in, and how everything is so much faster than back then when he first started. I want results now. And Bisciotti was smart for thinking this too. Not even just the players. He thought about us, the fans. Because guess what? It started hitting his pockets. A lot of people stopped coming to the game. Stop watching the Ravens live. Some people start selling their tickets. Empty seat. It was certain empty seats at times. They wasn't coming to that crap. And then Harbaugh want to still running back with certain coaches. Lord, if he was going to run it back with Zach Orr. I don't understand the Tom Moncton thing, and Tom Moncton cleared up a lot of that on the Ryan Ripken's show about him and Lamar. He said I could have one thing about Tom Moncton. He took full uh, full responsibility for a lot of his part of calling certain games, especially AFC Championship in 2023. A lot of games he did. That's one thing about I respect with Monken. He takes responsibility. He takes accountability. Most importantly, and he did. Much respect to him, and I respect him a whole lot for doing that. Because guess what? Where's Zach Orr? No disrespect to Zach Orr. He's a good guy. He's a good person. He just wasn't ready, and Harbaugh hired him. And who was worse, the offense or defense? Even though at times the offense looked bad, but who was worse this season? Defense. And what was the Ravens always known for? Defense. So that says it all. We need new, young coaches right now to help this team, especially to bring the best out of Lamar, because I think Lamar's looking for that too. Deep down, he is. He still respects and loves Harbaugh, but I think he knows we need a new coach. It was about time. Like I've been saying all season, Harbaugh, your time was ticking. You got too arrogant, man. Got a little too cocky. Your head up. You held your head up too high, like nothing's gonna happen. You didn't know them thorns was out to pluck you off, and it happens. I wish you luck, Harbaugh. You was a great coach, but just like with Andy Reid when he was with the Eagles, you gotta let certain people go and move on so your team can move on. And shout out to Steve Bisciotti, aka Steve Biscotti, for recognizing what the players, what they were saying, and especially the fans, And he knows what's going on, so he can't like, yo, you don't want to run him back with that. So things happen for a reason, man. And you know what? I'm glad. Even sometimes I'm like, damn, I wonder who's gonna replace all that for 18 years. But Harbaugh was getting older. He's like in his mid-60s. He's not gonna coach forever. Look at what happened to Bill Belichick. They let him go. So it was gonna happen. It was gonna happen. But other than that, man, good luck to Harbaugh. Thank you for the 18 years that you gave us as fans. We enjoyed it. Really did. Times we didn't enjoy it. But times is a lot of great times though we did enjoy it, especially the Super Bowl run and certain playoff games, man. We appreciate it, and a lot of great seasons in the regular season too. But appreciate it, but gotta move on. It's time for some new blood, some new coaches. I can't wait for the next coach who that will be. And don't forget, Tuesday, Bisciotti and Eric DeCosta have a press conference. So I think 2:00 on Tuesday of next week. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what they're going to talk about. We'll see the real reason behind everything and what they're looking for the next coach. And I was going to run down the candidates, but I'm going to say this. The coaches I really want would be Clint Kubiak, what's his name, Brian Flores, or Mike McDaniel, but as an offensive coordinator. So those are my top three. So we'll see what happens moving forward. I can't wait. It's going to be interesting. All right, this is VLOG25. D-Styles Extra Point. Harbaugh's fired. Good luck to you, Harbaugh. Ravens flock. It's time for a new era.